Did you know Rome has its own pyramid? Although it is not much compared to this beautiful piece of American architecture. Around 18 to 12 BC, Rome decided to build a pyramid as a tomb for Gaius Cestius, a Roman senator general and proconsul of Syria. Now, this pyramid wasn't designed to be like the Great Pyramid of Giza, but instead more like the pyramids of Nubia, and to be more exact, the Kingdom of Meroe. Much like today's world, Rome had trends. But unlike our trends today, the people of Rome were interested in everything Egyptian. This led to the outside of the pyramid looking Egyptian, while the interior displays Roman fresco paintings and a barrel-vaulted ceiling, although we do not know for sure why they would build a pyramid as a tomb, except that Egyptianizing things was a trend at the time. The pyramid recently went under restoration in 2011 to clean and restore the pyramid's damaged marble cladding. The restoration was sponsored by a Japanese businessman, Yuzo Yagi, who paid 1 million euros in donations. I hope there are no strange stone masks in there, because this seems too similar to a JoJo's plot. As you can probably tell, this one's a nasty one. Romans loved piss. The reason they loved piss so much was the ammonia contained in piss when let to stand. In ancient Rome, there would be pots on streets for men to relieve themselves. These pots belonged to Phylonica. Phylonica were commercial Roman laundries and were collected by Phylones, the workers that would clean the Roman apparel like togas and newly woven wool. The saying, "You don't have a pot to pee in," originates from some Romans being so poor that they couldn't even buy a pot to collect their urine. Take a guess at what else they used their piss for. If you guessed mouthwash, then you are weirdly right. Why would you know that? The ancient Romans would use their piss or animal piss to whiten their teeth. Apparently, piss is excellent at whitening your teeth. Normally, the Romans would mix the piss with goat's milk, I would imagine to get rid of the taste and smell. One of the earliest uses of full of piss could have been in ancient Rome. In a verse from the Roman poet Catullus says, "Now you're Spanish. In the country of Spain, what each man pisses, he's used to brushing his teeth and red gums with every morning. So the fact that your teeth are so polished just shows you're the more full of piss." With piss being used for both washing clothes and mouthwash, the trade became so lucrative that Emperor Vespasian began to tax the urine collected. "I will sodomize you and face fuck you," as said by the great Roman poet Gaius Valerius Catullus. This poem was so bad that it wasn't fully translated in English until the 20th century. So, let us read this wonderful poem. "I will sodomize you and face fuck you, bottom Aurelius and catamite furious, you who think, because my poems are sensitive, that I have no shame. For it's proper for a devoted poet to be moral himself, but in no way is it necessary for his poems. In point of fact, these have wit and charm, if they are sensitive and a little shameless, and can arouse an itch, and I don't mean in boys, but in those hairy old men who can't get it up. Because you've read my countless kisses, you think less of me as a man? I will sodomize you and face fuck you." And it was not just this one. Catullus was known for his very foul poems, which led to him creating this diss on his critics. A professor named Paul Allen Miller at the University of South Carolina believes that Catullus 16 teaches about the nature and function of gender and a list of other topics, but if I am being honest, I think Catullus was just thugging that shit out. Have you ever seen people so obsessed with their dog that they dress it up, weekly grooming, and even build them a mansion? Well, this is the same principle, but with a Roman emperor and his horse. Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus, or just Caligula, owned a horse he named Incitatus, meaning swift or at full gallop. According to Suetonius, Incitatus would invite dignitaries to dine with him in a house filled with servants. In fact, Incitatus was said to have 18 servants. He lived in a marble stable, walked in a harness decorated with rare and special jewels, dressed in purple, and ate from an ivory manger. Every day I begin to see more and more similarities between Rome and America. During the Middle Ages, the great Roman Coliseum was converted into a huge condominium. Back in 2014, a group of students from Roma Tre University and the American University of Rome spent a 3-week excavation beneath the arched entrances to the Coliseum. This excavation discovered that Roman citizens lived within the Coliseum from the 9th century until at least 1349, until an earthquake damaged the Coliseum. Eventually, medieval dwellings, terracotta sewage pipes, pottery, foundations of a wall, and even a tiny ivy monkey chess piece were discovered. Well, that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe.